If you're hearing this, I don't know how long I have. Something followed me home from that highway, and it's getting closer every time I speak. I should have never stopped that night. I keep telling myself it was just a normal drive, just another empty stretch of road, but whatever I saw out there didn't stay on the asphalt. It's here now, circling my house like it already owns it. So listen carefully before it finds me again. Because all of this started last week. It was supposed to be just another late-night drive. Nothing dramatic, nothing worth remembering. I'd taken that stretch of highway 100 times before, the kind of route you can follow half asleep because every bend feels familiar. The road was empty, too empty, like the world had quietly stepped out for a moment. Even the radio kept cutting in and out, catching only fragments of stations I didn't recognize. I kept thinking about the rumors I'd heard growing up, how locals refused to use that highway after dark, how people swore they'd seen shapes standing on the shoulder with no faces or reflections. I never believed any of it. It all sounded like small-town superstition, until that night. The deeper I drove, the heavier the air felt, like the darkness was pressing closer to the windshield. Then I saw the car. Up ahead, a pair of blinking hazard lights cut through the darkness, pulsing like a heartbeat on the side of the road. I slowed down without thinking, that automatic human instinct to help kicking in before the rest of my brain could protest. I should have driven away. I know that now. But curiosity ruined everything. The car was angled awkwardly toward the guardrail, engine still running, exhaust drifting into the cold air. The driver's door hung wide open, swaying slightly, like someone had stepped out only seconds before I arrived. A faint hiss of radio static leaked from the speakers, shifting between stations that didn't quite exist. "Hello?" I called out, the sound swallowed instantly by the empty highway. No answer, no movement, just the sharp smell of overheated metal and the steady blink, blink, blink of those lights. Then I heard something shift in the woods beside me. At first I thought it was just an animal, something small moving through the underbrush, but the longer I listened, the more wrong it sounded. The footsteps were too slow, too deliberate, like whoever or whatever was out there was choosing each step with intent. I raised my phone's flashlight, its thin beam carving a shaky path through the trees. "Hello?" I called out again. "Do you need help?" The light didn't reach far, but I could swear something shifted just beyond it, slipping from one trunk to the next with a speed that didn't look human. The rustling stopped. Then a low whisper drifted out from the darkness, impossibly close. "Help!" It repeated, mimicking my tone. My stomach dropped. The voice came again, clearer this time. "Help, Mark!" That was the first time it said my name, but I didn't tell it my name. I widened the flashlight beam, and for a second, everything went still. Like whatever hid in the tree line refused to cross the thin circle of light. That was enough for me. I stepped back, heart pounding, and turned toward my car. I sprinted across the gravel lot and practically threw myself into the driver's seat. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped the keys. The moment the headlights cut through the tree line, I saw it, just for a second, something pulling itself back into the shadows like it hated the light. I floored it. The tires screamed as I shot onto the empty highway. For a few seconds, I thought I'd escaped. Then the lights behind me flickered. One by one, the street lamps began dying as I passed under them, like something was following the darkness. Then I heard it, my name, not shouted, not whispered, dragged, like a voice being pulled through broken speakers. I checked my rearview mirror, huge mistake. Something was running along the highway shoulder, keeping pace with my car. I was doing nearly 90. Its shape glitched in and out of the headlight glow, like reality couldn't decide what it was supposed to look like. FOMO hook. Most people think the danger ends once you escape. That's not true. The moment I hit the edge of a populated town, neon signs, traffic lights, actual people, the thing vanished. No footsteps, no voice, no shadow. But the terror didn't end there. Transition. Because when I got home, things got worse. I kept telling myself I was safe once I got home. Locked doors, bright porch lights, neighbors only a few feet away. Normal life should have drowned out whatever followed me from the highway. But the first night, I heard footsteps on the roof. Slow, deliberate, like someone testing the structure above my bedroom. The second night, it got closer. I was brushing my teeth when a voice whispered my name from outside the bathroom window. The same broken speaker distortion. I froze. The window was on the second floor. By the third night, something started tapping the bedroom wall. 3 knocks, always 3. And then it repeated a phrase in my voice. Something I had said earlier that day, word for word. It can't create new speech. It can only mimic what you've already given it. FOMO. It learns you. It remembers your fear. I searched online in desperation and found a forum thread from 2014, someone describing the exact same entity, and their post ended abruptly. Transition. And that's when I realized the final confrontation was coming, whether I wanted it or not. Last night, the thing finally came inside. I woke to the sound of my front door easing open, slow, careful, like it had been practicing on other houses. Its footsteps were heavier now, more confident, repeating fragments of my own sentences as it moved down the hall. I didn't wait. I bolted out the back, sprinted to my car, and peeled out of the driveway so fast I nearly clipped my mailbox. And that's when I learned something new. It doesn't like lighted roads. Every time I hit a stretch of illuminated highway, it fell back into the dark, pacing the edges but never crossing. Dark humor moment. Guess streetlights are the only friends I have left. FOMO. I don't know how long this trick will work. I'm running out of roads. Transition. So I'm driving again and recording this before it catches up. If you're still listening, I'm sorry. I don't know how much farther I can drive. Something's tapping on the trunk now, slow, patient, like it knows I can hear it. Listen to me. If you ever drive that highway, don't stop. If you see hazards blinking in the dark, keep going. Wait, metallic scraping, rising panic. Cut.